A GOP heavyweight comes to Columbia to sit down one-on-one with veterans in our state.
Our Eric Weisfeld joins us now with more on Jeb Bush's approach on dealing with what he calls one of our nation's most important issues. Eric.
Yeah, defend and reform. That was the focus of the town hall hosted tonight by Concerned Veterans for America. Bush came to Columbia to headline the event after announcing his policy plan for veterans earlier in the day in Charleston. Grace Joyle was in the room.
Like his overall goal for Washington, Bush says a smaller, reformed Department of Veterans Affairs is how he will improve veteran care. A home front strategy for voters who have protected the home front.
There's a lot of us.
21.8 million of them as of 2014, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. Veterans at Monday's Defend and Reform Town Hall say health care is a top priority.
Well, for all veterans, but especially for the younger ones.
We understand what we need, and as of right now, we're not getting it.
It's tragic, and there should be better care taken for them.
Their care lies in the hands of the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, which Republican presidential hopeful Jeb Bush says has plenty of money and manpower.
This is not a resource issue.
But it's not operating in the 21st century.
But it's now a systemic problem that needs to be fixed.
In his veterans health care plan, Bush pushes for more privatization.
Why not give veterans the convenience of the same choices that we take for granted?
As part of cleaning up the VA, the former Florida governor wants to hold government workers to a higher standard.
Pay them more when they do a good job, but when they don't do a good job, they should be able to be fired.
Making it easier to cut underperforming employees while reversing cuts made to military personnel. When asked how Bush plans to make the U.S. military great again, he replies,
"In this mindless sequester idea and prioritize our spending towards the #1 priority, which is to keep us safe.
And spending that money more strategically.
To deal with these looming threats that are increasingly threats to our own national security.
Making America's presence as a world leader.
That is the first priority of government, and I pledge to you that it will be the first priority of my administration."
Felt by our friends and foes. But most importantly,
the feeling in my heart is that our country has gone from great to a mediocre country.
Right now, we are a second-rate world power.
The men and women who choose to serve. Bush also discussed how he will expand services in the VA dedicated to women. He called the system male-centric, saying that no longer reflects the state of U.S. Armed Forces. In the newsroom, Grace Joyle, ABC Columbia News.